Work with you as well. Welcome, hi CloudFest. So, what means AI to you? What is artificial for you personally? What does it mean for your business? Have you ever thought about it? Everyone's got an idea. So 42% of you just thought about their voice agent in their mobile device. Some of you might have thought about some human-like robots. Some of you think about self-driving cars or some really big virtual intelligence. And some even think it's the biggest business chance you got these days, the greatest opportunity. Some others think you get disrupted with your business model you got. And some even think it's the end of the world as we know it. But what could be even worse than the apocalypse? It could just be a marketing buzzword, where everyone tells us AI is there, sell something, buy something. So if you stay with me for the next 28 minutes, I'm going to show you how we define AI, how we make it concrete for our customers, what we want to achieve with you together at the customers, how you can plan your business above it. Is that a deal? See a lot of nodding faces, not as nodding as yesterday at the concert, but enough to go on. So when looking and talking to our friends at the analysts, according to them, AI is the biggest business chance we had in the last 50 years. So business around AI has exploded. The interest is big. As you see, 67% of all organizations say, yes, we are in, we are engaging, we have business ideas, we do something with it. So there must have been something. And is AI new? Not really. And actually, I was laughing when I saw that DeLorean over there. I don't know how many Back to the Future fans are in the audience, actually. But when you think about Marty McFly in part 2, going to the 80s cafe, there was an automated waiter that served them. There was facial recognition, recognizing Biff when he got arrested by the police. So there was already AI. So what is different right now? As you see, Bill has already talked about it, 1991. Was it great visionary? Maybe. But it was already obvious that we're going that direction. So what has changed? What is different these days? Why is it happening right now? It's because three major trends these days come together. First of all, ubiquitous computing. We got computers and sensors all around us, providing us with real-time data. And we are happy to give our data as well to those machines. A lot of you sitting with their smartphones here, producing some data. The more business processes are digitized, the more live data we get from all fields of human interaction. We get data from machines. So every data sources is there in real time. And it all comes to the next major trend, big data, the big data estate. So in the next 2 years, more data is generated on this planet than in the last 5,000 years. So we got all information we need. Some of them are confusing, some of them are imperfect, but they're there. So this is the second big trend. And the third one is, finally, the compute power and the scale is there, the performance is there, to build the dreams people had already in the 60s when they were talking about AI. So you need massive compute power at an economical, reasonable level to put all this in place. And all those three things are here. So it's a logical consequence of where we are in with cloud, with IoT, with intelligent edge, that AI happens now based on all those other major trends. When we are talking about AI at Microsoft, we try to make it as concrete as possible for our customers. And we define it into three categories. It's understanding what is happening in the world. Vision, audio, text understanding. It's reasoning behind big data. Analyzing data to get an idea of what has happened, what's happening right now, predict the future. And last but not least, the interaction piece. Intelligent chatbots, human-like interaction. That's the three pillars we are talking about when talking about artificial intelligence. But why so concrete, so theoretical? Let's look into a demo. And I've just taken a CloudFest YouTube video. You see it here up on the left side, and it analyzes the people you see in that video. So this public video feed. And whenever it recognizes a face, It tags as well the age, the gender, run some statistic on the lower end, how many male do you see, how many female, which age groups. And you see as well at what point in time in the video do they appear, so you can easily jump. I want to see all scenes where someone is in. What you see as well is, now come some names. If this person is publicly listed with name and photo, it attaches the name directly out of the database, so that you know who it is. And you even see the emotional cognitive AI that analyzes, is this person angry? Is it neutral? Is it happy? Is it surprised? So pretty easy pre-trained models that are available at your fingertips. You can log in right now, get your 12-month free account, and let this run. So it's ready to use. What's interesting as well, not only facial recognition is in there, you can see, or it analyzes the scenes now. So is this a conference? Is it outdoor? Is it indoor? What are people talking about? Is it the future? Is it technology? Very easy for AI today to do that. And you can even switch to object detection, what is being done right now. You see how many people wear glasses, a bottle, a table, pretty easy object recognition today. And imagine what you can do for customers with that. How many people are dealing with live video feeds? Maybe a retail store would like to know which age groups are the people coming to my store. Are they happy? Are they sad? So think about yourself, what you can do with that in security, in retail, or in any other area of work where there's video, audio, and pictures. So the first set of cognitive services ready to use, pre-trained models, pay-per-use, very easy, are these ones. Should try it out, it's fun. Before stepping in a little bit deeper, it's important to say what is necessary to run such things and to build great stuff. It needs an intelligent cloud. And what is an intelligent cloud? What does it take? So now comes the 60 seconds for the infrastructure lovers beyond all of you. So first of all, you need some land where you put a data center. Actually, this is one of our locations in East US. And you don't even need that space. You need to expand very quickly. Now you see the same data center 7 months later with the extension. So 100% year-over-year growth in public cloud, or even more, happens somewhere. And even 1 year later, it is this. You see still the 2 data centers up in the front. And if we were there today, all of this is covered with data centers. That's how you build a hyperscale cloud. Now a few people are asking, damn, what have you done to those trees? Big environmental impact. So I can say, yes, the trees had to be gone, but all our data centers are carbon neutral since 2012. So most power is generated, water powered directly there. So carbon neutral. Beyond the big real estate topics, there's even more interest in how do you build data centers. It's not deep under the earth in a fridge. It's outside cooled, highly energy efficient, purpose-built hardware without any maintenance. Software-defined data centers don't need any person going in. So during the whole technology refresh cycle, there will be no one entering the data centers because it does not make any sense. If we have to switch over for some failover, we do it on a software base. So no one needs to be in there. You need, of course, a lot of them. We got 54 cloud regions at the moment. This is more than any other cloud provider you know has. Microsoft has more cloud regions than any other cloud provider you know. And last but not least, you have to wire them because you need access to those things. And we are building our own network around the planet with those big ships, bringing those big cables under the sea. So we are connecting all the data centers all the world with dark fiber, with all this, because the carriers that are available do not scale at the rate of the cloud growth. So we wired it ourselves. And there's innovation as well in that field. So maybe you've heard that we are building now underwater data centers. So actually, I've told you that we don't have to send anyone in at any point in time during the technology life cycle. So we now have a project where we sink a data center on the shore. And is it just for fun? No, it's not. It makes a lot of sense. Up to 30% more energy efficiency because you don't need cooling. It's highly secure. You can connect it directly to a backbone that is nearby. And 80% of the world's population is living within a range of 100 kilometers on the shore. So you can reach 80% of the world's population beyond a millisecond ping. So, sounds not like a joke. Of course, everything has to be safe and secure. And like I met a customer yesterday, or a partner of us that's here at CloudFest that works with a customer that actually transformed to the cloud now because of compliance, because of data privacy, because when doing it at a big scale, you need to comply to everything that's around, to everything. And everyone's attacking you every day on everything. So high penetration testing round the clock. So when you get all this, and coming back to the major trends of AI, the intelligent cloud is the foundation. Then you need to put in the data to make it accessible and to run the algorithms. And when you're looking at our architecture, and here's only a top-level slide for all the architecture lovers beyond you, you see that those services are not standalone services. They are built on a comprehensible platform of services coming up from infrastructure services, platform services with cloud-native services, and of course the tool set that allows developers acting real quick on this, and supporting all the open source frameworks that are around, TensorFlows, and all this. So to make it accessible, to make it useful, to make it available at any point in time on a low-code basis or in advanced development. And of course, when this is connected, the intelligent cloud, you get the data in from the devices, from the sensors, and we respect that there will always be an on-premise story for most of the customers. So we have the most compelling story about an intelligent cloud in a hybrid mode with Azure Stack, extending to on-premise data, taking into respect that you may always want to have some things on-premise, or it does not make sense to transform everything to public cloud. This is how an architecture can look like in this cloud-native environment. So you see here a data warehousing example, pretty easy one, with unstructured and structured data. So all this, you won't see any VM on this. You won't see any Windows server on this, because these are all cloud-native components. So that's reality today in modern application building. You go to cloud-native databases, you have a data lake, you maybe run HD Insight, Spark, Hadoop, and you may only run it once a day, so you don't have to spin up or spin down something. You just pay per use when you run your analytical data. So that's how modern architecture looks like.
2050, we need to produce 60% more food. So how are we going to feed the world without wrecking the planet? Using Microsoft artificial intelligence, we can reduce waste and produce more food. Any grower will tell you every row, every crop is different. We can use Microsoft AI to make local predictions about light, wind, rain. This helps farmers know when to plant, irrigate, and harvest. It's making a difference.
Artificial intelligence helps farmers grow more while wasting less.
So a very simple customer example where big data occurs, where people try to get reasoning out of it, where people going on now on cloud native to get it all done. These guys are farmers. Those are not IT guys. And you got those kind of use cases in all industries. Some of them are around for a long time and get now modernized, like fraud protection, for example. But for CloudFest, I thought there must be a more compelling example. And I've seen that on CloudFest, not only the consumption of cloud is big, but the consumption of beer as well.
AI unlocks the art of science.
When you open a bottle of beer, I don't think many people actually know the level of science that's built into that bottle. Back in time, it took Carlsberg several years to produce a new beer. But using Microsoft artificial intelligence, we will be able to detect new flavors in a split second and develop better beers faster.
With AI, we redefine what's possible.
So cheers.
And to be honest, when you give AI, or give you beer in the hands of AI, we can trust it almost in any case, right? So what is the journey our customers are going through? We're working with our customers for 30 years now, more than 30 years, and none of them is working on a greenfield approach. How should they? No one is building everything new. So they are somewhere, and they're on a journey with us. So a lot of customers migrate smaller workloads first, unprofitable workloads, or they're just using VMs, scale out, whatever. And then, after shifting to the cloud, starts the real process. And here's the first thing to remember. Shifting to the cloud is not the end. It's the starting point of your innovation. Because after that, you're going to refactor it, you enrich what you got with intelligent services, and maybe you do then, later on, some re-architecture, some new development to come finally to a scalable cloud-native environment, unlocking all those great things you've just seen. And especially when it comes to AI, it's a big journey that a lot of customers start. Maybe they are using a little bit of those cognitive services, recognizing images for some reason, implementing it, and later on, coming through innovation, cloud-native application development, they transform to a fully intelligent cloud model. And you see that big thing here down there, they call the data estate, and this is the second thing to remember. AI will not happen if your data stays where it is today. You need to unlock it, you need to modernize it. It does not make sense to have it in the format you have it today. So you need to transform all this, and you need to help your customers gaining access to this intelligence. And not only for the sake of AI, it makes a lot of sense to modernize the data estate for your operational applications you got today. High benefits in scale, in speed, in economics. So it's just, we're at the stage of transforming massively those data to the cloud. And whenever you are working with your customers, for example, in SQL, at the moment is the perfect point in time because SQL is end of support. Why not talking about the next step? Not only a small migration, talk about how to unlock intelligence. And the drivers for migration, you might know better than I do. There are a lot of them around. Innovation can be one, cost can be one, technology refresh can be one. And what happens then is a transformation on all this company is doing to their customers, to their employees, within their own company in the operations and their products. Maybe you want to disrupt your market you're in with new products based on that technology. And we offer, as you know, we have a technology stack coming from the infrastructure level on every level of platform and SaaS applications till the end user using our technology that you can unlock the full potential of this intelligent cloud for every employee, whether it's an IT employee or it's an end user in an LOB. And a lot of customers get the first touch on AI integrated in our products that are infused, of course, by AI. If you run Excel reports, if you provide a PowerPoint presentation, so all these products are getting smarter. If you're working with Dynamics, you have a rating on sales opportunities and all this. So you're working with AI, although you may not be engaged right now. And as said at the beginning, this opportunity is big. But do we cover this on ourselves? No. So as you know, Microsoft has a model that relies on partner. We are more committed than ever to partners. And why are we this? Just because we are kind? No, because we are so dependent on our partners. 7,500 partners join us every month to help their customers transform with our technology stack. We do 95% of our business through and with partners. And whenever you are choosing for a technology partner, I can only give one recommendation. Choose someone that is as dependent on you as you are then on them. There are other guys around that are not so addicted to partners than we are. And why are those partners doing it? Because they are kind? No, they don't want to do us a favor. They're generating a lot of business with that. They're creating value for their customers, to their existing customers. They easily win better new customers, and they differentiate themselves in the market. And they do it because there's a lot of money in it. When we are working so hard with partners that we are having a lot of conversation on the profitability model. Does it make sense for you to invest your money in us? And yes, it does. When working on AI services with Microsoft, you can generate 35% of margin when you deliver projects, and you can even go higher when you add managed services, or when you develop your own IP above that technology stack, where the differentiation is not on the low level, but on the high-value space. And you may remember Microsoft in the 2000s. We had a hard time. We were quite big the years before, had a PC on every desk, had a market share and a desktop share of above 90%. But we did not do good in innovating fast enough. So Microsoft had the risk of becoming irrelevant. Actually, who invented the smartphone? Not ourselves. So we learned this the hard way, that our industry does not respect any tradition, it only respects innovation. It counts almost nothing of how good you have been in the past, and you cannot predict the future based on this. So we learned it the hard way. And our partners currently in the ecosystem are seeing this disruption as well. And there's a trap in current economic situation. Currently, the business is booming so fast that almost every business is growing at some rate. But this will sooner or later go away. So think about your most profitable business model you're running today and attack it yourself, because someone else will certainly do that. And we got a lot of great partners with us on that track. Here you see some, a lot of them here on CloudFest as well, that are in the Azure MSP Expert Program, which is the highly skilled partner program on Azure. So when talking to those guys, they really know how to make it. They really know how to transform customers there. They really know how to unlock the value. So if you're interested in this and in this journey with us, I can only point out to the Circus Celebration session of my colleague Reich. Is conducting today at 12 o'clock in the Circus Celebration. Only have 16 places, but I think it will be as crowded as yesterday. So how to start easily when being interested in Microsoft. One more important thing about AI. With AI, the automation and all this comes a big responsibility. Because it is like a tool, it is like a hammer, and you can decide, will you use it for good or will you use it for bad? And what we can do from a platform side is that we have very strong AI ethics, the leading standard in the industry established, to take care that the technology itself is inclusive, it is fair, and it is transparent. So that means, for example, wherever you are in the world or wherever you're from, that AI recognizes you the same way. That it's not only purpose-built for middle-aged white men and all other facial recognitions doesn't work. So this means inclusiveness of AI. So even if you don't plan to do anything bad with AI, you need to take care for this, because in the end, it might not be inclusive, it might not be fair, it might not treat anyone equal. And what's important as well is transparency into what is happening. How do those algorithms work? And what is happening to your data and the privacy component? We do not sell any customer data. We don't analyze our customers' data. It's not our business model to analyze your data and sell to someone else. So think about where you are going, what the core values are of the AI provider you are working with. And if you're interested more, there's a great link on this and great videos on it. And the next thing is, what are you going to realize above that technology stack and above that platform? Is it for the good or for the bad? We're driving ourselves with our partners a lot of initiatives where AI should help the world to become a better place. Let's look at one video.
There are an estimated 90,000 threatened species across the globe. To understand what puts a species at risk, we need to know where are they born, how many survive, where do they go, how far do they go.
At Wildbook, we are using an algorithm to digitally tag individual animals, much like a human fingerprint. So this is a new whale shark for science.
Yes, and we named it Wilma.
Wilma the whale shark.
Microsoft AI gives us the building blocks to analyze public streams of photos and videos and identify individual animals in an instant. AI can determine location, date of sighting, migration patterns, and even an animal's social group. And an intelligent agent can contact the contents owner and ask for the missing detail. Microsoft's AI for Good initiative gives us the technology to create a comprehensive view of the planet's biodiversity. In the last 10 years, we've identified 10 times more whale sharks than ever recorded in human history. By leveraging citizen scientists together with researchers, we can form conservation policies. Microsoft AI will help us accelerate our work by empowering people to take action.
What we get back is, wow, this is amazing.
So you've seen what AI can do today, how we are going to define it. You've seen that there is great business around it and that it's all linked to an overall intelligent cloud story. And you've seen that it might be profitable for you engaging. Now it's your choice. Are you engaging in that story? Are you engaging with us in that story? Are you the one who's leading your customers there and who's doing the business? That's what you think through. But there's one more important thing for you to make a decision on. What great things will you make happen for your customers or maybe for all of us? Can't wait to hear from your ideas. Enjoy CloudFest, connect with us. Thanks.